Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited about this episode because I'm going to be talking all about my experience with Palette Art School. So if you're interested, please stick around and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, so I just wanted to say before I start that I appreciate every single one of you guys that take the time to watch my video because I've been having so many just technical difficulties, glitches between the camera to editing on my computer, so it's been super difficult the last little bit. I'm also in the middle of moving right now, so I have stuff all over the place. I have boxes, half open suitcases, and I'm just trying to figure out life as I believe, all are in this moment. So thank you so much for making the effort to check out my channel. I really appreciate it, and thank you for all the patience and, the support and love. I really feel it in the community. So yeah, thank you. All right, so this episode is going to be, also I have the microphone here today. I'm gonna try it a little bit differently. I really like when my voice is pronounced. So I think in the last video it wasn't on, so another technical glitch, but it's fine. We're figuring it out together. So this episode, as I said before, is going to be all about my experience with Palette Art School. They're super awesome. I didn't know at the time that it was actually a school. I thought it was just going to be drinks and paint night kind of thing, and I always wanted to learn how to paint. So when I went there, they were like, no, it's a whole semester, and I kind of was just like, okay, I guess I'm gonna try painting then. And they can teach you literally many different forms of art. So if you want to learn how to do watercolor, acrylic paint, if you wanted to learn how to do, sketching, anything that can help you. So that's super awesome. I didn't know what I wanted to do, so they started me on acrylic paint. So for the course prices currently right now, it's about $350 for the semester, I believe. And honestly, it's so worth it. It's amazing. So you pay for the course, and then it's pretty awesome. You work in a studio with about 5 other people, and you get your own canvas and stand and everything. And these people are legit guys. They have, it's the apple and the pear in the bowl with the light and the backdrop. It's crazy. And I'm walking in there, and my only skill is being able to draw a stick man, man stick, whatever you call it. And so I was like, okay, this is gonna be great. But honestly, they make you feel so welcome, and honestly, you can come with any level of art skills, if you have none or if you have several. So they're pretty flexible, which is great. So my first painting that I ended up doing is a Vincent van Gogh painting. Some of you may have seen this before, some of you haven't. I don't know if it's focusing. But yeah, it was this took me almost my entire semester, which they kind of had said before that I should have probably finished it a bit sooner, but it is what it is. So I went in there, and honestly, my first day, I was so overwhelmed by the number of just like the information that I was taking in. I was like, oh my God, like this is a lot. So I left that day feeling a bit discouraged, and then the following 2 classes, I was like, I don't know if I can do this, because you're learning how to compare real life size measurements and, kind of how to put it onto a canvas and things like that. It's a lot more difficult than you would think it'd be. And then you're also learning about undertone, shading, lighting. Like there's just so many different layers to art that make it so complex. And honestly, it was like very overwhelming for the first few classes. I actually thought about dropping out of the course, and leading up to this, I had never committed to anything in my life. So this was like a huge turning point for me, because I decided to commit and follow the entire way through with the semester. And what actually ended up happening is midway semester, I started to love painting. Like I would go into class, and the first hour I would just start, getting in there into the painting and start working on, whatever I worked on for previous class. And I would get into this mode where I would literally just lose my train of thought of like everything surrounding me, and I would lose touch with reality. And it's really cool, because I notice when I paint now that when I'm not connected to the world, I start to sing. And honestly, it's the most like humbling and just surreal feeling when you have that kind of moment with yourself. And so yeah, it honestly was such an amazing, touching, like humbling experience, but definitely difficult. Like definitely very intimidating. I give so much credit to the amazing artists out there that have these abilities to do it, because I have no patience, and this was like a test to my patience for sure. So I'm really proud of myself to be able to complete this, because it has literally changed the way that I just view things now, and the way I commit to things now is so different. And it was such a turning, pivotal point for me, and I'm so blessed to have had it in my life. I loved it so much that I actually did another semester, and the second semester I started doing a sketch. I'm not going to show it to you guys because, well, I don't know, it's not done, but I started working on a sketch, and I really, really love it. And it was just something that I started to fall in love with. I am telling you guys, if there is something that you want to do in life, like really want to do, but you're not sure if it's something you're gonna love, believe me, if you want it bad enough, then in my opinion, you're gonna love it. Like if you put the effort into whatever it is that you want to do, you are going to like it. And even if you don't, it's just something that you tried, right? But you gotta follow through and commit with something. That was kind of my epiphany with this whole experience, is like, regardless if it doesn't work out or not, but just follow through with the entire project. And if it's still something you don't like, you can say that you've had the experience of doing it. So yeah, that was my experience with Palette Art School. Please check them out. I added the link below. Next week, I'm going to be talking about, what am I going to talk about next week? And next week, I'm going to be talking about my experience with Lighthouse Studio. Shout out to my cousin who recommended them for acting classes. I've just recently started taking courses courses, or method acting is what they call it, and just doing a little bit of film and like practice film and stuff like that. So it's been a really awesome experience, definitely a life skill that I think has been really beneficial for me. So I'm super excited to share my experience with Lighthouse Studio next week. Again, thank you so much, guys, for your support. Like, I really do appreciate it. You know, every effort, you know, I make to commit to these videos, because I started it and, you know, I want to follow through with it. So I really do appreciate all your guys' effort to stay connected and, you know, being thoughtful in this community and just supporting me. So yeah, I hope to see you guys next week. Bye.